All of this wood from the redwood tree, and I put it in this storage unit. The problem I'm having is, you see that? Mold. We're getting a little mold specks. The wood is very damp, and so having it stacked like this, it's not getting air in between it, and so that isn't good for it. And it's been sweating inside of this storage box. Even my table here is getting mold on it. So I need to do something about it. I did cut up, the stack was about this high, and I cut up a bunch of it so far, and I've made about 48 feet of fencing. This is the style of fencing that it's going to be. They call this batten board, or board and batten, where you've got a 6-inch board, and then a batten board there on each one, and that's all redwood. And it's working out pretty good. Trying to use as much of the wood as I can without wasting it. You can see the wood has bark on it. A lot of the wood has bark on the side of it, and so you can't get a 6-inch wide board out of those, but you can get a bunch of the batten boards out of it. And so for every 16 fence boards, I need 17 batten boards to go over. And then I also need a top and bottom board here, which is, I'm cutting those at 10 feet. So far I've had enough to do 6 panels, and it's working out pretty good, being able to get the small boards out of the ones with the bark, and the big boards out of the full 6-inch wide parts. And these are all 10 feet long, and I'm cutting them at 5 feet, and so the fence will be a 5-foot fence with a foot or so of decorative fence on the top. But the color is amazing. I love that redwood and the white colored battens. A lot of them are lighter colored. You can see the mold, even being out here in the rain, that's not going away. So I need to get these out of this stack as soon as possible and cut up. And the way I laid them on the trailer is so that they could get air in between every layer, and that should help with getting rid of the mold. With all of that I spent a whole Saturday doing that, just trimming off all of the bark and the unusable portions. And then I ended up with a bunch of short battens, which I can use for the top portion of the fence that you get. I have a lot of sawdust. There's a ton of this sawdust in this bag down here. It's full, pretty much getting there. Now it's about half full of sawdust. That'll be good for gardening and things like that. So yeah, I really love the colors of this redwood fence and all of the variations in it. I plan to stain the whole thing when it's done with some semi-clear kind of red stain. It should turn out pretty nice.